So, well, we had a big session here yesterday. My normal gig turned into a trad session.
Which is always good.
Well, it was great because I didn't think it was going to happen. The lads were talking about, and Sue Morley was here as well. And, the minute I saw McGregor losing, I thought, oh, they're not going to be in the mood for playing tunes. But Jesus, went off like...
They're ready to go.
Oh, man, it went great. I think it was because, like, I don't like to watch fights because I don't like fights, but looking back at it, I looked back at the replay last night. I could watch that.
Yeah.
Not the highlights, but I watched the whole thing.
Yeah, right.
And it was like, it was respectable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can say that there's, obviously McGregor lost, but the ref didn't let him. Normally in a boxing match, a guy has to hit the ground before he's counted out for 10, and the game, the match is stopped.
Yeah, he wasn't really defending himself very well though. He got punched in the head a bunch.
He did, but geez, not as if he's taken a few punches to the head in his past.
He just got. I mean, I'm not a boxing expert by any measure.
Yeah.
But just what I know from watching sport, he just got beaten within that sport.
Yeah.
Like that you can tell.
It didn't suit him at all. Yeah. Yeah.
He's just like, okay, well, I'll let you do whatever you're going to try to do at the start. You're not going to really hit me, and then I'm just going to start teeing off on you.
Yeah, I know nothing about fighting, but it looked like a kangaroo fighting a bloody cow. It was like two different animals, really was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Two different animals.
But
and the boxer couldn't get the boxing done that he needed to get done, and your man couldn't get his thing done that he needed to get done, and they're both kind of like just speaking to. It looked to me now watching it like two people speaking two languages.
Yeah, completely different.
And pointless. But they're up 100 million each.
It's insanity.
That's the crazy shit right there. And of course he's coming out afterwards drinking whiskey. And why wouldn't you be after a day's work making 100 million? Although it's a lifetime's work, I'm sure.
And people say things like, "Oh, you wouldn't." I'd be horrified if my kid acted like that when they grew up, and blah blah blah. But they're just doing it for money. They're not, what I mean?
Yeah.
If your kid carried on for like a few weeks and got $100 million at the end of it,
You'd let him get the shit kicked out of him.
it's not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
So I watched it with some of your mates.
Yeah, you went over to the Bennett, left me here
Yeah.
singing to. There was no. The
Not
match
much,
wasn't
not much of
playing.
anyone. I'd never been there. Walked in. First person I saw was Brendan.
Yeah.
Do you want a pint of Guinness? All right, let's go.
Is that right? Let's throw and get it.
As he was walking to the bar, got back and said hello to everyone, and the place was wall to wall with pretty much every Irish person I've met in Newcastle.
Yeah.
Through like either over the bar here,
Yeah.
through soccer,
Yeah.
people that was full.
Well, they came back here afterwards. With the flag held high, singing "Fuck the Mayweathers," because that's the song. There's a song at home now in sketches and everything called "Fuck the Mayweathers."
They were singing one of them towards the end. Couldn't understand it.
Nah, that's the point of it, mate. It's all gibberish.
There was one they were singing before it as well. It seemed semi-IRA focused.
Oh, do you reckon?
Well, I heard the words.
I heard the words IRA. Officer, I definitely heard the words IRA. These are Republican scum.
Good.
No,
Good
it would have been great.
Good atmosphere. It's good watching sport with lots of people.
Yeah, I don't like that. I get insecure. I had to have a machete up me t-shirt. I was going to say up me skirt.
Up your skirt.
Maybe that's why I get in so much trouble in crowds.
Do you think that's the musician part, like the on your own thing, like not the?
No, I just love like big crowds. Anything can happen. It's like air shows. I don't like air shows. I mean, you look at an air show on TV, 50% of the time you're looking at a bloody airplane crashing into a crowd. Or on YouTube, videos, hundreds of them. Because you get some drunk hotshot, or he's up on coke, and he gets into his flash plane, and he goes, I'm going to show off to these 6,000 people. Yeah, and then the loop doesn't work out, and he's plowing through bloody families.
I was at the football once with my dad, and we were standing there, and there was a big crowd moving around, and he started saying, "What you want to do? In case anything happens, you want to be up against the wall."
Oh.
I'm thinking, what? Why do you know this?
Apart from mobs.
Yeah. Knowing the ways to get around if everything goes south within a big sporting crowd.
Yeah, right.
But we don't have that in Australia.
I You can have it anywhere there's a crowd, though.
Yeah, but not like, you know, European football, like soccer.
It's different.
There's no hooliganism. There's no real hatred.
No. Well, when you've got a team called the Swans and a team called the bloody Badgers, who's going to hate? You know what I mean? Where's the hate?
It's a beautiful name.
Yeah.
What's Roscommon's name? Wolves or something.
The Slaughter Wolves from Hell.
Are they the Wolves?
No, it's just Roscommon.
They don't have a. Do they have a badge?
Yeah.
Like an insignia?
It said Roscommon on it.
No picture.
Bloody pictures, mate. We know what we look like. We don't need ID badges.
That's good. So when we did the 3 questions,
Yeah.
I found out why it didn't make a lot of sense to me. Do you know how I was
this
asked?
first and second question.
Yeah, because it's meant to go 1, best piece of advice you've been given.
Yeah.
2, most profound moment. And then 3 is meant to be, if you could give me 1 piece of advice, what would it be?
Yeah, and then.
So that's why.
But still, you'd imagine people would give the piece of advice they've been given.
You could be talking to
It is one. It's a different thing though to receive a piece of advice that's really handy. It's different than giving a piece of advice that you think somebody might use. That's why it's different.
I was thinking about that driving over here, and another piece of advice was you don't know what's going on in someone else's day.
Yeah. Or everyone's carrying a great burden.
Yeah. My dad told me that once, you know, because I used to, when I was younger working over the bar, I used to be like, what is wrong with these people? Like, I go home to Dad and I'd whinge about it. Oh, what, this guy's giving me grief over like nothing.
Yeah.
And he used to say, well, you got no idea what's going on in his world.
Yeah, for sure.
He might have lost his job.
Yeah. Yeah, but even so, it doesn't give him a right to pass it on. But at least it helps understand it.
When you understand that they don't really have anything against you, they're just projecting their bullshit.
Yeah. So it's cold in Newcastle today. It's not sunny and warm like it's supposed to be. Although the sun is shining. Bloody freezing wind.
Welcome to sunny, chilly Newcastle.
Sunny Arctic wind in Newcastle. Yeah.
I
saw a penguin going past a while ago. It's coming up from the Arctic, that wind, isn't it?
It's freezing.
Yeah,
I think it's
people
freezing.
in Ireland or other countries wouldn't actually know that we get an Arctic wind here sometimes.
Is it windy there? No?
Oh yeah, windy as hell, but it's not an Arctic wind. You know what I mean? That's a very specific name coming from a very specific place. Cold air carried over from that length, you know.
Lots and lots of snow and ice.
Yeah. It is Monday, all day.
Backing up the podcast.
Yeah. Just making sure that everybody's on the right page.
Everybody knows what's what.
God, wouldn't it be sad like coming to us for advice?
I know,
Dear Nick and Joe. We should get like a whinge page going. You know?
Need a social media hashtag, and people can just hashtag Dear Nick and Joe.
So what's on this week?
Complain to us.
Work and more work.
Yeah, work. Might help the farm with my father. Should be good. Play pretend hobby farmer.
Anything significant going on at this time of the year? Like, what do you Australian farmers do? Are the pelicans calving or anything? You ever pulled a calf?
What are they doing now? A lot of pasture rejuvenation.
Pasture rejuvenation.
They're building some dams at the moment too.
Damn.
Yeah. So they want to have it because each paddock needs to have its own water source.
Okay. Oh, you've got this guy in. Is he in it? The guy that...
Oh, he's coming this weekend, I think.
Every paddock has to have its own water source.
Preferably. Well, because if you're going to put cattle... Because the idea is you put cattle in a paddock,
Yeah.
they chew the grass down to a certain level. You don't want them to chew it down to nothing.
Yeah.
Then you move them to another paddock.
Yeah.
And that paddock can grow back again. If it goes down too low, it's too hard for it to...
Isn't that what you use the old bathtubs for?
Yeah, that is, yeah. But when you got like 100 head of cattle,
Yeah.
one bathtub doesn't go too far.
Oh, I'm sure you get bathtubs. You have a bathtub each.
You got these big concrete oval shaped things now.
Yeah.
But you have to fill them from somewhere.
Right. So the reservoirs.
Yeah, well, they pump from the dams. They pump water up to them.
Yeah.
So they preferably, like, ideally, you want to have a dam, connected to each paddock somehow. So there's a couple where they don't have that. So then they end up having to have multiple paddocks open because that's where the water source is.
Right.
It's not the best for them. So they digging holes. Digging holes in the middle of nowhere.
Look at you living the life.
Not me. I just stand back and watch.
What are you? Did you ever get up at 3 a.m. to pull a calf, though? Seriously?
No, never.
Yeah, done that a few times.
You
a
have?
few. Oh yeah, not on my own now or anything. Or you got to get up to go to the mart. Have you done that yet?
To the what?
The mart, like sell cattle, sheep.
The mart.
Mart. That's what we call them.
Yeah, no.
Where I come from.
No, they come to the farm.
To buy your cattle.
They take them away. They just, whichever ones we're going to sell,
Yeah.
they just put them on a truck and take them all.
Yeah.
And then they go to the same thing, yeah. And then they get evaluated there and weighed, blah, 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 and a price put on them.
Ah.
And then you get paid from there.
We have to bring ours to the mart. But the mart was in the town we lived in, which was handy.
So speaking of animals.
How's your mother? Funny.
Cheeky boy?
Oh, the cat.
No sign?
No sign of the bloody cat.
And how's that
I
going
went
within
to-
the household?
I'm meeting all these neighbours now that I never thought I'd meet. Putting up posters, I'm going around putting up posters, lost cat. And
Are you door knocking?
I've done a bit of door knocking, but there's a certain limit, like, because you knock on the door and you go, "How you doing?" Blah blah blah. Cat missing. Blah blah blah. Can you please open your shed? And they will open the shed, but if the cat's in there sleeping, like, you can't really say to the people, "Can I go and search your entire shed and under your house?" And anyway, I'm not going to do 6,000 houses in central Maitland. So
Would the cat, if you would have, because it knows you.
yeah, but it doesn't like me. They're not like
You-
dogs.
You feed it.
That's about it, but it doesn't like me. Cats are weird. God almighty. A dog, will, you know what I mean? There's an old meme. One day I hope to be the person my dog thinks I am. You go away for 15 minutes and come back. The dog is like all over you like you've been away for 15 years. And
Genuine love.
you're the best friend he's ever had.
Man's best friend.
Whereas a cat's just like, when they're hungry, they'll rub their arse up against you. Thanks a bunch for all the affection.
Yeah, I'm not a cat person. Never had them.
No. Well, they're easier to manage. Well, until they run off.
What's that?
Because a cat will look after itself. Like, you can go away for
Days.
a day, go away for a few days, and just get somebody to put in some food. The cat will go in and out. The cat flapping. And it's a great feature of a cat is that when it's going to go for a shit, it will not shit in your yard because that's its yard. It'll go to the neighbour's place.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's fantastic. That is the best feature of cats now. Yeah.
Dogs on the other hand.
I've started doing it myself. It's much easier. Much easier than flushing.
Dogs on the other hand, they'll just do whatever.
They will shit in your face.
On your bed.
Oh, they do anything. Dogs are complicated, but at least you get some affection. And then they bark like hell if somebody's breaking in. Whereas a cat will actually help the person to break in and help them to pack your expensive shit into bags. Because they just want to see you suffer.
How's the daughter going with it?
She's all right. She's processing it as we go. She went out yesterday and put up. Yeah, well, we have to be because cats can go away for anything up to 8 weeks, and they travel up to 10 kilometers away from the actual house that they live in. There's this really interesting documentary where they've taken one village in England and put little trackers on the cats.
Yeah.
And it's just mind blowing to see the amount of miles they cover.
So it's just out there killing birds and hanging out and thinking nothing
It
of it.
could have found some old woman somewhere that's got a lot of chicken. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
And you guys are stressing out to the max.
yeah, he doesn't give a shit.
And he doesn't.
He'll be back. That's it.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah. Well, my kid's attached to it, but I'm not. I'm a hard man. I put up this post on Facebook saying, it said, so a photograph of the cat that says this cat's missing from Central Maitland, and I said, I don't give a stuff, but the women in the house are losing their minds. So if you've seen it, right? So that's grand. A few people liked it and a few people commented. And this one woman comes on and she goes, So sad to read, and then she puts it in italics, that you don't give a stuff about this beautiful cat. Oh, man. I was like, oh, sweetheart, what am I going to do with you?
That's someone that you know.
No! Total stranger.
Oh, 'cause
Somebody
someone-
it's in the Maitland CBD website, the Facebook page. You know, so sad. You're so sad. Am I sad?
You're feeding the cat.
Oh
That's
God.
enough love.
I had 600 smart answers, you know, that I was going to go back with, and it's like, it's better.
Nothing.
Oh, I did. I put a smart answer in fairness, but you know, I was thinking of things like, well, if you love the cat so much, why don't you meet me at a certain point and we'll go searching all day? You know,
Bring you.
help out instead of just sitting there on your bloody arse farting into the couch. Why don't you bloody well let me find the cat?
Hammering away at the keyboard.
Yeah. Well, she took me down a peg or two. So sad. You're so sad, you are. That you don't give a stuff. This beautiful cat.
You didn't bring your guitar in.
I've got an invisible guitar with me today.
Yeah. That's what you're feeling.
Yeah, I called it a Muso's Corner on the way, actually, just to have a look at guitars. God, they're lovely things. I love guitars.
When you go into them, do you play them? Or you just
Yeah.
pick them up?
That was strong. My hands are killing me though after the session here yesterday. Like, we went a solid 4 hours here yesterday. No
Yeah.
breaks.
Lots of banjo?
Loads of banjo and Sue Morley on the fiddle, and then Brenda Boyle singing and playing the guitar, and Marty on the baron. And
Marty, with the hat? Did he have a hat on?
I don't know. Oh yeah, he would have had yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, geez, we went for it. I wouldn't have liked to see. I can't imagine what we would have done if he'd bloody won the match.
Still be here.
Anyway, looking at that match, like I was saying, I don't think he lost. I really don't. I think there was a hell of a fight going on there.
No, he lost.
He did, but it wasn't a match where you thought that guy's been beaten. Do you know what I mean? I'd be the first to admit if the guy had been slaughtered.
Yeah, but
That doesn't matter, yeah.
Like, boxing's not like that.
It's like a game of soccer. You win or you lose. But anyway, yeah.
So at Muso's Corner, what's the vibe like with people that work there? Because you're obviously a musician and you play, and you know how to play guitar.
Yeah.
Do they look at you like, because you just walk in, and they're like, look at this guy. You're like, oh, can I touch, can I play?
Yeah.
Is there a bit of a vibe like?
Oh no, they're good because they're all musos anyway, and they know me.
But so say the first time, because if I walked in there, I'd be nervous as hell.
Yeah.
And they'd be looking, because obviously a lot of people walk in there that can't really play,
Yeah.
and they're just like, oh,
They're normally the ones with the guitars though, and they got the amp plugged in too. You hear guys, they just go in there to do a half an hour of the music they know and let everybody know they're rock stars,
because they know how to play.
and then you have to sit there and listen to it. That is probably the hardest thing of working in a music shop, having to listen to guys coming in playing all of the one band that they like.
Yeah.
You know.
Especially ones that because as a good musician you would it'd be hard listening to someone that doesn't play guitar very well. Like, you couldn't sit here and listen to me play guitar for half an hour. You'd scratch your eyes out, wouldn't you?
I don't know. I haven't heard you play much. I scratch my eyes out just looking at the head of you. I don't mind listening to you. But no, I don't know. I haven't heard you play. I haven't. You strummed my guitar a few times, but
Beautifully too.
well, absolutely. You should do my breaks. You should get up there.
I just want to play that Follow Me Up to Carlo one.
Oh yeah, that's a great one. The Battle of Glenmalure.
Need to call me in just for that.
Maybe you can dance to it.
Me?
Me? A dancer? Who told you?
That's my favourite Irish song that you do.
It's a great song.
And the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 one.
Rocky Road to Dublin. Yeah. That's just a bit of crack. But Follow Me Up to Carlo was about an actual battle.
It's a bit of what? Crack.
Bit of crack, bit of fun.
What's that? Fun.
Yeah, CRAIC. Like, Follow Me Up to Carlo is an actual song about a document. Like,
About something that
it's about a battle, yeah, that we won. But
So it's got more meaning and
yeah, oh,
Emotional
every line
on it.
is great. Actually, you know what? I say Bob Dylan now. Before he kicked in when he was just starting to write music, he used to go and see an Irish band called the Clancy Brothers in New York, and he'd go in and he learned from them, like he learned from the old Irish songs how to write a song, and the whole thing was that every line has to be an absolute zinger. Has to, every line has to be packed full of energy.
Yeah,
yeah.
Not just a throwaway.
There's no throwaway lines, and he's done a few Irish songs down the years, didn't?
His song "Blowing in the Wind,"
Yeah.
one of the best ever.
Oh, I don't know. Do you like it?
It's pretty incredible. For how old was he when he wrote it? He's pretty young, early 20s.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a great song, I suppose. Something about it annoys me, but he's got great songs. Like it's not, you know what I mean?
What about it annoys you?
I don't know. Blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. Great. Thanks, man. Life is shit, but the answer is blowing in the wind. So
bad luck.
Yeah. I suppose it's because of that line. I just picture this guy just sitting on a hill with his hand on his chin, just feeling the wind.
And watching, and it's like,
Yeah. The answer is blowing.
Is that the
wind.
answer?
There's something horrible.
Maybe that was the answer.
Yeah.
Is that the answer?
That's the crack now. Monday morning.
Monday morning. What's your week got? Other than cat searching?
I've got to dust off a few new songs and dust off a few old ones and get ready for the weekend. Cat searching.
What's one of the new ones you've got going on?
I've been working on what do you call it? Gangster Paradise.
By Coolio.
Coolio.
Oh, yes.
Like a version of that. And I've done it a few times quietly at the sort of sneaked it in just to kind of, but it's not quite ready yet. But it's like an old 1920s jazz version of it,
Yeah.
Great song though. Man alive, what a great song.
So it'll be one of those ones where people are sort of nodding their head and humming along to it, and then sort of halfway through they're like,
Once the chorus kicks in, they'll know what it is.
hang on,
Yeah.
that's...
Yeah, and it really is well disguised until the chorus. Because very few, I think 85% of people listen to the lyrics of a song anyway. And a song like Gangsta's Paradise, everyone knows the chorus. But the actual words, not many people listening to that.
I used to think one of the reasons that, like when you know the lyrics to a song, I feel less intrigued by it.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
So like, it's different now with the Google machine on your phone. You can get lyrics pretty easy. But when you listen to a song and there's a song for whatever reason, like the hit ones that have all those hooks and whatever else that people love.
Yeah.
And I'd love a song, and then but the ones that I didn't really know the lyrics to, I was like more compelled to be wanting to listen and listen and listen. And then once I sort of knew it, the fondness to the song sort of drifted off a bit for me.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, and it's there's another thing too, similar to that, is that being a musician playing a song is very different to being a listener listening to a song. And there's quite a gulf that you have to jump to be on the other side of that song. And you cash in pretty much all your experience as a listener.
As a listener,
if you're going to be a musician. Because like I can't listen to music now without breaking down what's going on mathematically in it and how I'd play it and would I bring it up a key or down a key and is it possible to do it solo and all of those questions. Very hard for me to just switch off. Although there's a new thing happening now in my life because my daughter's 10.
Yep.
She's starting to listen to all the pop stuff, which I would never listen to. I so don't care. But we'll be in the car going somewhere and she'll be, pumping through the radio stations, listening to this and that. I'm like, okay, here we go again, So I'll kind of listen to it vicariously through her. Yeah. And I get to hear songs.
See the ones she reacts to the most.
And then that actually twig with me as well. Because there are a few, like, there's a song that was out, I've been doing it.
Because good music's good music, it doesn't matter.
Yes, that's right, yeah. Say now, for example, Taylor Swift has brought out a new song. Well, it is utter shite. And I mean that from the heart of my bottom. Like, it really is a bad piece of music all around. But she'll have a worldwide hit with it. because all the girls are just gone off like a bloody fungus.
Pulling their hair
Blowing
out
it.
over it.
Yeah. Oh, but it's horrendously bad.
Then
She's had a few great ones.
She probably had ones that are built quite well.
She better. Because the whole album of that shit, she's not going anywhere.
Even for me, with my limited guitar, when I listen to music, I zero in on listening to the guitar.
Yeah.
Trying to sort of figure it out.
Yeah.
I can't figure it out, but just I don't sort of listen to the whole thing so much. I'll listen to the guitar and this and that before I even pick up the lyrics part of it.
Yeah. It's getting harder to get guitar or get a song with bloody guitars in it now, or even any live instruments. Like a song with live drums in it now really stands out on the radio.
Because they're just making it all through.
It's just raw machinery.
Synthesized.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad.
Yeah, it's a different thing. It's a bit like, there was an instrument called a Hurdy Gurdy. There's a guy in Galway who busks, right? And he stands on this half barrel and he wears a kilt and he wears a hat with a big, like loads of feathers on it. And he plays this instrument called a Hurdy Gurdy, right? Now, it's got strings and it's got a thing that you twist and it's got keys. And I think it's the only instrument ever that has like strings and keys and a bunch of stuff. Now, there was a time that lots of people played the hurdy-gurdy. Nobody's playing them now.
So just the evolution of music.
The evolution of music, yeah. But there is a fundamental thing in the primal reaction to vibration. And someone like Neil Young now, he's a great promoter of the whole idea of, say, the MP3 is a sixth of the information of a record.
Just say that again. So digital.
The information that's on an MP3 track is only a sixth of the information that would be on a record track. The same thing. Yeah. And the only reason it is because it's quicker to download, and the music industry wants you downloading quicker to keep you buying quicker. But it's like having a really thin soup that doesn't have all the nutrition in it. And people really need music, and they need good music. So you can download the music in FLAC form.
Why do people need music?
Well, because it feels good.
That's it?
A million reasons. There's a million reasons. Healing.
Music's it's a massive part of everyone's life.
It is, yeah.
I just poured a glass of water.
You did. That went well.
For
a barman like you,
slowly and carefully as anyone's ever poured a glass of water ever. Trying not to make any sounds.
Was that a whole week in barman training?
So it didn't come through the thing.
Oh, yeah.
And destroyed it by talking about it. Because I was that excited.
Yeah, anywho.
So we're 5 episodes in.
Are we?
This will be the 5th.
Yeah. Right.
With a few trial ones. There's thousands and upon thousands of millions of people listening.
There are. It's incredible. Keep sending the cash. Keep buying the t-shirts.
Keep on the clothes.
Yeah.
Sending the money.
The aftershave.
Yeah, everything. Got our little mascot.
We do. What's the mascot's name?
Hurdy.
Hurdy?
No.
Gurdy.
Chuckles.
Chuckles.
Dr. Chuckles.
All right, well, let's see about that then. For another week. From sunny Newcastle, over and out, from the Muso and the Barman.
Muso. And the barman.
Nick and JJ. We should switch around. You should do a gig and I'll pour the beer one day.
Have you poured beer before?
No. Can't get much to do with that. If you can do it.
There's way more chance of you doing a whole shift that I do than me doing 3 hours of music. I'd just be strumming the same song.
We should do it.
It's the same song.
Really? You want to get one song?
No, I would just be that petrified. I would try and perfect one song. And then just start again. And just start again. And it'd be like 3 chords, 2 chord chorus, 3 chord verse, 2 chord chorus, with no singing. Whistling maybe.
A 20-minute whistle solo. I'm going to piss off because I'm parked with your ass.
There we go.
Thanks, Nick.
Thanks everyone for listening. again.
Oh, I thought we
Still.
were gone ages ago.
No, we're on.
Okay, goodbye. See you.
Stop.
Good luck.